Hello, welcome back to the Mr. Arsenal podcast for another matchday watch-along. It's International Football Week for the men, and it's Friday night. There's nothing else better to do, so we're here watching England game.
Who the fuck is that?
Yeah, that says it all. Well, it's not. I'm trying to look at it. But going based on 11, let's have a look. Is even
like whose face is that? Like I don't know that face. Sorry. Hello everyone.
It's either I think it's James Gardner. I think it could be fucking never mentioned for I fucking know.
Okay.
One of them two. But yeah, as you can see, international football. We don't know who the fucking players are, and I'm English. What about the English? For fuck's sake. But
I know it's not Trafford or Maguire or Foden or Solanke or Henderson or Rashford or Medweke.
There you go.
But that also tells you how much I actually understand or watch men's international. Why am I on big screen? Whoa!
I'm trying to figure this out.
I don't like this.
I have to do for now.
Garner. All right, fantastic.
But yeah, England versus Uruguay friendly. After last night, it's official. Only England and Scotland will be representing the UK and Ireland, literally, at the World Cup.
Did they crumble?
Northern Ireland crumbled against Italy. Biggest crumbles though were Wales and Republic of Ireland, both respectively. Wales at 1-0, that could have been 4 or 5 by half time. Didn't take their chances. And thinking Man City, don't know if he's a legend, but cult hero, Eden Dzeko still going. Scored an equaliser, took it to what it depends, and Bosnia knocked out Wales on penalties. And then Ireland had a 2-0 lead against Republic early on and blew that. So there's been a few crumbles here and there, yes. So yeah, we were game to spare in terms of, because there's now the playoff finals of the remaining spots for the World Cup. None of the rest of the UK that could have qualified are going to qualify. Instead, they've got to play friendlies against each other or whatever. But it is what it is. We know. But talking of World Cups, England are debuting their away kit tonight. The new away kit start with the that will be for the World Cup. Tonight's really away kit, as you can see. Home kit will be next week. But yeah, let's say about the kits and the prices are better. It's getting more and more out of control than you could ever believe. But hey ho, don't say nothing, media. Hey. But as you can see, we've been friendly. There's been, unlike you would see under Southgate, a bit of an experiment tonight.
Rotation and not playing the same players that are down in the dumps because they're so tired from playing constantly at the club level.
But he's actually experimented as well with a World Cup around the corner. Is a friendly. Not only, as you say, certain players are getting a night off, so to speak, from on us point of view, Declan Rice and Saka, so to speak, as a few others. But more importantly, he's the manager, the England manager, even though he's not English, guys, is actually experimenting and seeing who's good enough to go to the World Cup. Not just going, well, I've got my favourites and then the rest will just do, basically. Thomas Tuchel is making these players earn their spot, basically, one way or the other. You've got James Trafford in goal, Levermenta, Maguire, Tomori and Spence at the back line. Yeah. And then it just fucking figures out afterwards. Blimey, now you're asking. Henderson's captain. Don't agree with that, but still, experience head, it is what it is. Henderson's captain. You've got Rashford starting as well. Not only Medweke, Arsenal boy. James Garner, we mentioned already. Phil Foden starting. Why? Is it? I guarantee.
Let's be honest. He needs minutes.
I guarantee he'll offer nothing. I guarantee it. As per usual in England shirt. And then on the bench, I can look at the bench now. What are you asking? Bench, I've got Pickford, Hall, Walton, Stones, Palmer, Ben White, which by the way, that has rattled so many people, by the way, that Ben White got a call up and he's actually accepted it. It goes to prove the point that Southgate and Holland were a massive issue with Ben White, and they're quite happy to throw him under the bus, basically. Ramsdale back in the England setup as well. As a number, goal. He's at the number 13. Kobe Mainu, Calvert Lewin, back in England squad for the first time in 5 years. Barnes, Bowen, and then Jason Still. Oh yeah.
See.
Oh, got a light show at Wembley.
Oh, that face is Garner. Oh yeah, Kingdom already said that, but geez, I was sorry. I was a bit behind. I had to put together a nice little tweet because I think it's a little bit too far away and I haven't moved anything around yet. But got my newest edition has been added to.
Oh, blimey.
Wait,
yeah.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it, yeah.
All right. Because I couldn't see what I was doing. So that arrived. That took a matter and a half. Because shout out to Martin for securing the ever living crap out of it. And I think I had a bigger workout unpackaging it and getting all the bubble wrap and tape off of it than I did bringing up my Costco haul.
Oh dear. Stuart's asking, are you confident with it? I mean, it's a friendly, isn't it? Yeah, you're getting a taste. It's basically experimenting. Plus, you're getting a feel for what to expect from a South American team from this perspective going into the World Cup. Again, we lose, we win, we win. It's a friendly. I'm not going to pull my hair out over it, but
I'm looking at the Uruguay starting 11. I'm seeing 3 names that I recognize, and 1 name that is a little bit more nerve-wracking, and 1 that's decently nerve-wracking, but not as much. And that's Ugarte. Could give 2 shits about him. You know, the United player. Valverde, after what he did to an English team recently in the first half of a game, playing in that same position. And then Ronald Araujo, Barcelona center back. And given how Barcelona has been performing this season, you know, it's just one of those things. So, champions in Europe, champions of the world. Sorry, this is England. Sorry. Well, England, yeah. Technically, I can't say that for the men's U.S. team, but can say it 4 times for the U.S. side.
Garner's debut, yeah, I can forgive you. You follow US. Hey, I'm just like, it's Friday night. We had what would normally be here on as we speak on now was yesterday, so we had a free spot. So I thought, why not kill some time with you guys before we have a North London derby tomorrow at 5:30, which is a weird time on a Saturday this season for the WSL.
Yeah, I'm actually all right. So interesting fact about kickoff times. Okay, 1, I think tomorrow for the WSL is absolutely crazy because it's the first time in a very long time that there are 3 games on the same day that none of them are kicking off at the same time. It's all back to back to back, and all of the games tomorrow in the WSL are major derbies on the men's side, and they want to bring it to the women's side. Like you've got the Saturday for the U.S. side, 7 a.m. kicking off with the Merseyside derby. I think it's 11 a.m. for you, noon, something like that.
So yeah, give or take.
Then you have I think Everton is hosting that. Double checking that. Yep, Everton is hosting. Oh, it's 8 a.m. for me. Then 9:30 kickoff is at Old Trafford, Manchester Derby, and then 1:30, ending off the day of the WSL with the good old North London Derby. Can't complain there.
No. Teams are come out now.
Today. Aston Villa men played in a club friendly today, and they lost 2-1 to Elche. I can tell you that Pau Torres was the goal scorer, and he scored in the 21st minute, and Elche equalized before halftime, and then they scored in the 4th minute of stoppage. I can't tell you what the lineup was. I can tell you that game happened. And that is it.
Yeah, teams are coming out on my screen now. I find it weird that they got the mascot for Uruguay in England home kits.
Because they're all, I think, I'm going
Well,
to
I know they're
guarantee
all English, but
they're all English kids.
I know, but it's just like for me. It just looks weird. That's all. Because at the World Cup, it'd be different, won't it? They'd have Bielsa. So I wonder if Tom will pop in at any point. I know he's live currently, but I wonder if he'll pop in and sing Bielsa's praises, like he usually does. Makes everything about Leeds.
Uruguay national anthem going on right now.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've got weird music stuck in my head today. Actually, the last few days.
I
I
really
almost
don't
want to
like.
blame Laura for that. Can I blame Laura for that? Yeah, I can because
Yeah,
she's
you
not.
can. Yeah,
She's
after
not
last night.
around.
Yeah.
She can't defend herself.
Yeah, I don't like these. Nike are getting really lazy in the last few years with their kit, their designs. Even a Uruguay kit I'm not a fan of in terms of Nike making it.
The England under-20 team is losing 1-0 to Andorra.
Oh God. I know Miles is playing in that game as well. He started.
Who's playing there?
Miles Lewis Skelly. He's in the under 21. I saw the lineup earlier.
And there he is. Joe Bellingham.
Well.
Joe Bellingham is the captain. Lewis Skelly is starting as the left back. Rico Lewis is the right back, and Wary is also starting or did start. It's 57 minutes in. England has had 70% of the possession, and the goal was scored 6 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. Now, here comes English national anthem now. Someone's actually brought a model of the World Cup. Oh my God.
So I was gonna say I must be ahead of you because the dude with
I've
the
got
World
Henderson.
Cup.
Yeah, I've got Henderson on my screen now.
Yeah, they flash back over to the guy holding a World Cup mock-up.
You're literally a second or two ahead of me. Yeah.
It's probably all gonna get screwed up now that I'm on a commercial break. Shit on a stick. What was I gonna ask you or say? Oh, my stat about or fun fact about matches. Not only for all of the derbies being tomorrow, but Match of the Day tweeted this out. Was it a little over an hour and a half ago. Man City will not play a single Premier League away game this season at 3 p.m. on a Saturday. The latest round of TV picks has moved their trip to Everton to a Monday night, confirming that none of their away games in the league this season will take place in the traditional slot. So you have 19 away games, and not one of them is played in that traditional spot.
Yeah, it's played at 3 o'clock. Yeah, on a Saturday.
So that is an interesting one.
I'll leave him to it.
Nick says, and why is Ryan not in goal? 2 goal out. All right, that's my question to you. For the England keeper situation, do you see Ramsdale starting next game? Or do you, I don't even know or do you see Pickford playing next game, or just continuing it on with Trafford?
Well, I think Trafford's playing tonight just again. It's an experiment, but also just because they obviously he was part of the winning team on last Sunday. Hence why Foden's probably starting as well. Who are we playing on?
Is Dean Henderson a part of the England camp this time around?
I believe so. Just not being put in the matchday squad tonight. Like a few other players, there's a few faces, as I say. So who are we playing them next week? England was.
I'm looking it up. Next, no.
It'd be more likely. Sorry. The first half.
Tuesday against Japan.
Oh, Japan. Oh, okay. Maybe then. Maybe.
Still at Wembley.
Yeah. Maybe then, because I do think I'll sub a keeper at sub a keeper on at half time for Trafford. Just because it's a friendly. That's what you usually do in this.
I almost feel like
there we go
for the England keeper situation that England have, let's see, this window and then 2 more games before the World Cup, but that the next games that they play, the next window is June 6th, which means for me that is your World Cup squad. Whatever it maybe your World Cup squad plus the players that you have in as secondaries in case one of them get injured, which I think you're allowed to bring like 2 or 3 extra players. But then if you don't have an injury and after like all of the match day 1 games are done, then I think everyone needs to go home, or they like can't really be like with the team anymore. It's something weird like that. Cross in, keeper punched it out. England get it back into the box. Madueke recycles the ball out. I think that's to Henderson. Goes out for a throw in. But I think that this window is for the keepers is really going to be determining who the second and third keepers are, because Pickford, as much as Everton concedes goals, Pickford for England is a completely different player. And as much as Dean Henderson should and could be that number 2 keeper, I think it actually might be coming down to, let's get Ramsdale in, who's a little bit younger than Henderson. Let's get Trafford in because he's younger as well, and give these players that time to say like, oh yes, I was a part of the training squad for the World Cup. I was part of the I was sitting on the bench for the World Cup. I was getting that experience that way. I think it will be an interesting situation because everything that I've seen has just been, okay, you've got Pickford, you've got Henderson, and now you're deciding between really Ramsdale and Trafford. But I think one could make a point of saying Trafford and Ramsdale and Henderson stays home with Pickford. Pickford is the guaranteed. England with a free kick. Wicked cross goes in. So I think it's going to be an interesting thing, but not my country, not my team, not my team selection. Ends up going out for a corner.
Yeah, but so you've got bigger things to worry about with Popped at the helm.
I'm trying not to give away too much, but I think what are your thoughts on the keeper situation, and like what do you think Tuchel's going to end up doing?
I think with him down, obviously with him staying on till the Euros now, till after the next Euro, sorry, as it stands, I think he's planning ahead. I think he's planning ahead in terms of what sort of squad he would want to take into the hosting that in 2 years' time. Yeah, 2 years' time. So Pickford will be first choice. He's a guarantee, and I think as injuries permitted between the end of the season, the fact that Ramsdale's getting minutes, Ramsdale will be part of the three. Don't know, say second or third. I don't know which one, but he'll be part of the three just because he's getting minutes at the moment. I'll take Trafford as well. Yeah, both. As you say, but they're both young, and with the Euros in mind and future tournaments in mind, they need that. Even if it's as I say, sitting on the bench, experiencing it, you did need that experience anyway. You don't want to then come 2 years time or in 4 years time for the next World Cup when Pickford's will have retired, long retired by then, international wise. More likely, you don't want to throw one of them two under the bus and just go, "We've never gone to a World Cup in any capacity. You're number one. Off you go." It more likely, if it was them three, in my head, it would be obviously Pickford number one, Ramsdale two, Trafford three, being Trafford's the younger one, and he's not buying the cups this season and the first few games of the season before Donovan came in. He's not getting as many minutes as the other two. So his match fitness won't be as to the level where they are. You could argue, talking about Trafford, though, you could argue if Pep was to leave in the summer, depending on who they bring in and how long Donovan sticks around after Pep leaves, that could be beneficial for Donovan. Oh, breaking news!
Trafford signed for like it has come out that Trafford signed for City expecting to be the number one keeper for City. And he would not have signed for them if he knew that Donnarumma was going to be coming in. He probably would have tried to get in. Trying to think of where Forest maybe. They've been rotating through their keepers, but then I'm trying to think of the clubs that like Trafford could have tried to get into other than where he was. He came from Burnley?
Burnley, yeah, he's born at Burnley, yeah.
I'm looking at like the Sunderland keeper. He would have been hard to try and overtake. Rufus there. He's been absolutely insane for Sunderland. He wouldn't have gotten in at Arsenal. Wouldn't could have gone to United. Let's be honest there.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think of if you think of like the big six, Vicario has things locked down there. United maybe. Gav saying Trafford. Oh, he was going to go to Newcastle before City got him. All right.
Yeah, because he came from the academy in the first place, and basically they had a buyback clause, and obviously Newcastle came in. It was very, very close apparently, and then they activated the buyback basically, first refusal buyback, because it could, as far as they're concerned, could have strengthened them long term. That department. But I've got some breaking news coming from Sky Sports. Tiger Woods is involved in another car crash apparently in Florida this time.
Oh yeah, I just saw that a little rollover. Talk about scary there.
Oh, yeah, Gav was also asking about the time difference for ahead of the World Cup.
It's going to be 5 hours. So if it starts at 7 p.m. for me, then it's a midnight kickoff for you guys.
Oh, I think the earliest, I think it came on that actually. The earliest, the latest kickoff in the group stages, I believe, is 3 o'clock in the morning, Gav. And the Scots have got, and the Scots, their first game against Haiti is a 3 o'clock kickoff in the UK time in the morning. But it's cool to know. It doesn't bother her because obviously, herself, hubby, and I think it's her dad, whoever they work for, basically they've got the day off the next day. They've basically encouraged people to stay and support the team.
England had another corner and did absolutely nothing with it.
Yeah. Non-existent, exactly. Yeah. They played it all the way back to Trafford, sorry. But I was thinking I was the same, but in the before we went live, I was in the text chat, and Liam saying that was all pre-agreed in terms of like Sackers and Rice if they're not playing. We all know. We said it earlier. We all know. So if Rice or Gareth are still in charge, that wouldn't be the case. It'd be like they're playing no matter what. I'm going to run him into the ground. I'm doing every game in the World Cup, Gav. Everything. The channel is that there'll be certain times. I think there's one. I've got something. I've got something all planned already outside of the channel that I've got to go to in a month. I think is it June, some point in June, and that's an all day event. So someone else will have to take over that day, but every game will be covered here on the channel, one way or the other, and you'll still get like week to week podcasts, if you will, sort of review, preview shows and all that.
Well, at least one time slot that would be essentially wide open. Not that not that any games are going to be on at 7 p.m. for you, but Monday night shows, women's football is going to be like non-existent this summer. Not a bad thing though. They have a player down. They just waved on medical. Hiroshi is calling for a sub.
Up to you, Gav. You need let me know near the time. Remind me near the time on that one. Still got a month and a half of work. A month and a okay, he's milking that. I'm sorry, he's milking that. Right, Logan, how you doing? You could have waited another day to come in and roast. Why pick the women's show?
Oh my god, what the fuck, dude?
You've seen it now, have you?
No, he was literally off the pitch completely, and then saw that that they weren't going to stop the thing for him.
Oh, there you go.
Calling back on. Yeah, see, now you're seeing it.
Oh. If only who was it? If only Martinelli was English and he was on that pitch at the time. Damn it. You know what to do.
Oh, there was Mark, Harry, Declan, Bukayo. I think that's Dean. And Anthony.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the bench.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't Tuchel name like 36 players?
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, that's what I was checking. I've got too many things that I'm trying to check right now. I can't remember what I was trying to check. All right. Netherlands, Norway is still 0-0, 15 minutes in. One shot from the Netherlands. We don't have anyone playing in either of those games. Yeah, I'm seeing. Yeah, because our Norwegian and our Dutchman are both still on. Oh, they're bringing out the stretcher. Damn.
I didn't see nothing in it though. Like literally, I think he's personally milking this. The fact he stopped, pulled himself off, from being off the pitch to on the pitch.
Yeah, he's getting booted or carried off and subbed off.
I didn't see nothing in it, but okay.
Switzerland versus Germany 0-0, 16 minutes in. Xhaka's starting. Kai is starting up top. So we've got Kai Havertz playing right now. I kind of like Germany away kit.
I don't think Germany away kit yet. Adidas are making it, aren't they?
Yeah, they released all of their World Cup jerseys.
Yeah, Logan. The reason I think normally wouldn't happen, but 20 years ago, it would be here's the kits going into the World Cup. One would come out the year before the World Cup, and another one would come out around about now. But we'd only use the bloody. So, for example, the home kit would come out, say, now before the World Cup. But then they'd run it out, obviously, and obviously you'd then give themselves an extra year. It used to be 2 years these kits would last. It's a joke anyway. But basically, because it's a send-off series. Oh, okay. I like the old school Adidas T-Foy.
I mean, this is obviously the long sleeve, so just take the bottom half of the sleeves off.
But basically, because it's send-off series, so tonight's going to be the
Leeds.
Oh, there's Tom. Let's have a look. Oh dear. So yeah, they're doing the whole to get sales. This is how it looks, guys. And they're going to do the exact same thing for the home kit against Japan next week. It's basically just to get more people spending their hard-earned money in the shops. And if anyone's stupid enough to spend 120?
Oh, they've actually got his leg in Oh wait, no, I can't tell if it's in a brace or not.
I'm sorry,
but they do have him off the pitch now. I think, but honestly, I think as much as I hate to say it, it probably was the smart decision for him to crawl back onto the pitch for the game to be stopped, especially if he was getting carted off. Now, if it comes out tomorrow that, it was just like a bruised bone or something, and, at that point, you're on the pitch for that long, you should be getting carted off. Here comes the corner in for England. I almost said for Arsenal.
It's a red kit. It's a red shirt, I'm telling you.
I don't like the wide collar of it.
No. This is what I'm saying. Nike have been very lazy in the last decade or so. Their kit designs for national teams and domestic club teams, in my opinion. Because like I say, if you're out there and you're spending £135 on an England home or away shirt, authentic, you need a head testing. Even if you're spending £89 for the stadium version of it, not the replica, you need your head testing. There's as fans have shown this week, there's other ways and means of getting the shirt for a far, far better price. They have BX, right? BX, how you doing? But they have. I used to love, again, when they were making our kits back in the day, I loved Nike kits back in the day, but they've just got.
I have seen a rumor that Nike are going retro with the keeper kits for the World Cup, but that could have just been a one-off type situation as well. Got another Uruguay player down. Oh, it's his shoulder.
Yeah, is that what's name? Ugarte?
No.
I couldn't tell because I was looking at the hair and I was like, huh?
All right. I want to get your take on this, and people in the chat feel free to chime in. And maybe this is just my Arsenal bias coming through. But Spain have David Raya, Juan Garcia, Barcelona keeper, and Unai Simon. Rumor has it Simon is the one that is tipped to be the number one keeper for the World Cup. I know that there's a difference between club and country goalkeeping, and we see that very much prevalent with Pickford in goal for England versus for Everton. But would you not want to take the best goalkeeper statistically over the last 2 seasons as your number one keeper? If not the last 2.5 to 3 seasons?
Yeah. This Spanish just I don't. I think the thing that goes in Simon's favour is that he's been the number one for the last 2 tournaments, but he with one of them tournaments, he won. He was number one. It was basically he won it. Spain won with him in goal basically.
Yeah, and then
I don't agree with it, but hey.
And to BX's point, Raya's dropped down even to third, apparently.
It's mad when you think about it. Is that absolutely mad?
No, Raya does have the number one jersey. He did last tournament or international window. He does this tournament window. Yes, he does have the number one keeper kit. Switzerland scored
against
Germany.
Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, Gav, I'll message you afterwards. I'll tell you all about it after. I did get messages updates. I've just been so busy this week, but yeah. So in future, if you want to send over images for your thumbnails for your highlight video things that you do, your videos that you normally do, you want to send over the images for me to make into a cartoon effect. Feel free, and I'll sort it as soon as I can, basically, and then send it back to you. There's it all 20 minutes into that is a friendly and all we all lose whatever. But it's like more about anything else but the game.
I mean, 5 to 6 minutes of it was just a player being down.
Was taken up by the injury, yeah, but yeah. I mean, that's great. That's great from was it Foden just getting run past like wasn't even there. He's on a headless chicken, I'm telling you, and then 90 saves a day. And he still saves a day. Better losing, he saves a day still.
Carry the ball and completely loses it.
Even then, he was still trying. Fucking Foden was like a fucking headless chicken. Like, where do I go? What do I do? Why am I here? Oh, yeah, cool. We can do practice runs on that, Gav, then at FA Cup weekend then. Depending on actually you can do either which way, because Man City play Liverpool, don't they? So you're sort of either which way you can either do what we said before in terms of both sets of fans in one video or one or the other, depending on how the game goes effectively, whatever way you feel best for yourself. And test we'll do a dummy run of the thumbnail on that video, see how it goes. One Sunday Gunner says, I would like to see a midfield of Mariano Cadente, Little and Mead.
I wouldn't be upset about that. Someone, who was it? Laura or George had said it on Monday night's show. That's where Mead had started out when she came to Arsenal, and then Viv came, and Viv wanted that spot, and you're not going to turn down Viv wanting to play in that spot. So then Beth went out wide to the right and has kind of made that her home, but she could very much go back to the midfield. I think we saw it a little bit against West Ham, and God, because I mean that West Ham game we made all 5 of our outfield subs that we had on the bench. We had our academy defender get subbed in and play in the striker role for like the last 6 minutes of the game.
Yeah, laughing slightly.
And Beth had dropped to the midfield at some point during that game. I need to see those goals. All of the videos that are like, look at these goals, have been geo-locked for me. I haven't wanted to deal with the hassle of getting a VPN or activating the VPN.
Okay. Spencer, big up Spencer says Yoko scored 3 goals last night. Interesting. Yeah, but he's worth it. He's absolutely woeful, Spencer. Don't you know? You got the memo yet? Apparently he's woeful. He's a worst striker in the world. Apparently, worse than Sesko.
Someone had jokingly said, we need to sign the midfielder that plays for Sweden that was feeding Gyökeres all of those goals.
The
England or the Arsenal one?
What's Arsenal one?
The Arsenal Palace cross.
Oh yeah,
or is there an England one?
There's an England one as well now. They said the home and away kit. They've done a crossover of England and Palace as well. Yeah.
England national team.
But yeah, Gabby, you want to send it over to me now? I'll give it a test run now. In terms of you've got the image ready, and all you want me to do is turn it into a cartoon effect. To send it over, I'll turn it into the cartoon effect. Leave it as it is, as you sent it. Just turn it turn it into a cartoon effect, and then send it back to you so you feel.
Okay, that's actually like an insane kit there.
Different, it's unique, and it'll sell.
I mean, I find it more pleasing than whatever this orange garbage is. And why orange?
Meant to be red, believe it or not. That's what they'd be saying.
I think it has more to do with the angle of the camera that they're using, because like when they bring it more down to level on the playing pitch, it looks red, but how they have most of the game being played, it does not.
That's been their key thing, because I'm one of their many fans that have been calling for the England going back to tradition and being home kit white, away kit for England is red, and whatever you want to do, whatever.
Okay, but seeing this home kit, especially what Nike calls the match home.
Yeah.
The impressions that they have in there, in the detail of, like, essentially it looks like 2 different types of thread being used on that white is actually really cool. It's like a subtle design, but not really at the same time. I guess this kit has it as well, but you can't really tell unless you're up close. I mean, I will say that your keeper kit is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that's what you're referring to. Look, see the star there. That's what the Nike's throwback with Nike.
I think the US one will be pretty similar.
Yeah.
Just because like they just take the keeper kit designs and change up the colors slightly to contrast more with the current team's colors, and then they change the badge. Like we even saw that with Adidas. What was it last year with the keeper kits? Even this year, they're all the same.
Templates, yeah.
Even like essentially all of the colorways are made available, but they're all the colorways are available. It's just a matter of which teams get which colors.
Bronco says USA jerseys are awesome. I haven't seen.
I'm not a fan of the home kit.
I think that's in the away. I think that's in the away. The away kit, I think. But I was going to say, the golden wing.
For me, it's the back of the home kit. I don't like the white block of
Oh, I think
nothing.
you mentioned it the other day, yeah. Oh, they never used to do that.
Like to me, this is fine.
Yeah,
this is fine. Trying to find the back, but then this is the back. It's just
takes it
like,
away.
I get that's where you're gonna have the name set, and you need to have something to try and contrast that. I don't like the. It's almost like the white block is just too big. Even, well, they aren't. Even like when you get the name and the number on the back, that's for me. That's too much white space.
Yeah,
I think they could have done a little bit better. But the away kit, I can get behind the away kit. Now, am I gonna go out and buy either of these? No. Now, if they had 4 stars on it, then yes, I would. Oh, this is Uruguay's away kit. This is actually pretty cool.
okay, that's good fun.
So yesterday for the France versus Brazil game, they were trialing getting fans out from essentially downtown Boston out to Gillette Stadium, and said, please be patient and try and arrive early. And it sounds like it was kind of a disaster. So it's going to be interesting for the World Cup because Foxborough is not exactly downtown anywhere.
Not really, Spencer. Not really.
We've learned that Trafford likes to keep the ball at his feet if the ball does end up getting brought back to him.
Yeah.
Norway scored against the Netherlands. Seems like Virgil van Twerker might have helped concede that goal there, since it is his back line and he is the captain. Let's see, Paraguay are up 1-0 over Greece. Rwanda are up 2-0 over Grenada. Algeria are up 2-0 over Guatemala. Is that Medweke down in the box? Jesus Christ. Oh, 0-0 in this game. Oh, Netherlands just equalized. Van Dijk just scored. Virgil van Twerker scored a header from I'm going to guess, a set piece. So 1-1 against Norway. Yeah, Medweke is down in the box. Germany equalized. Jonathan Tah was the goal scorer there. Spain have scored. It was not by Lamine Yamal. Yeah, is there VAR in this? Because
I think so. I mean, it's UEFA. Is it not a competition? What, you're a competition? It's a. Yeah, it's.
I just saw the boogie board getting like. It seemed like rushed back in the background there because they might need to bring it back out. Jesus Christ. It must be bad because they aren't even showing the player like they were for the Uruguay player going down and staying down. Looks like they might be assessing his head. Who does Gav want crying?
Goldbridge.
Yeah, it looks like a head injury for no neither. He did walk off the pitch on his own, so that's promising. I think it will be stupid if he does not get subbed off either now or at halftime because it's a head injury. Yeah, they were getting ready to bring the board out for Midway. You're gonna see it here in a second, but in the background you'll see the medical team pick up and stack their boogie board back up because they didn't need to get onto the pitch again.
I can see him on the far side redoing his hair. All that sort of.
Yeah.
He's back on now, so.
Oh, the under 21s equalized against Andorra. So says Craig. In the world of women's sports and women's football in general, Kat Macario has officially signed for San Diego Wave. It is a record contract in the NWSL. She's signed until 2030, and it's like a $5 million contract. I think it's at guaranteed $5 million, with the potential for more with bonuses and incentives and shit, or it is an up to $5 million with the bonuses and incentives, which is still absolutely insane for 4 years. So she has gone from depending on the contract structure and all of that. So she's gone from Chelsea.
Okay. I've got a Newcastle fan in chat. Newcastle, we love you. Up the Geordies, Newcastle. Oh, says you're a Newcastle fan. Why are you in here? And on Eddie Howe, the job he's doing this season, are you sticking by him for another year, or are you one of the Geordies that had enough and want change come the summer? That'd be interesting about conversation.
What do you make of Jared Bowen is getting ready to come on, probably for Noni. Because this is an international friendly, and even though this is the Arsenal channel, what do you? Yeah, Midway has been taken off.
I'd rather be taken off as a precaution.
What do you make of the rumored 60-point deduction? And Gav, you don't play anyone tomorrow. Chelsea play on Sunday and they're home to Villa.
I think 60 points for the fact they've been kicking and dragging their heels from day one. They've not cooperated. It's 115 charges of alleged fraud. I'm sorry, 60 points is a slap in the wrist, basically.
See, so this is where it's going to get frustrating for me. All right, so there's in the past 2 weeks there have been 2 different clubs that have come out with some sort of I broke the rules in City's case, it's we're going to be announcing our decision soon. In Chelsea's case, they just had to pay. Both Everton and Forest are rumored to be filing a complaint that their breaking of the FFP was a points deduction and a fine, and Chelsea's was just a fine, and that Chelsea should also be getting a points deduction, even though it was a self-identified we broke the rules.
And they cooperate. They cooperate.
They,
But for me, even though the owners handed it over straight from the off, this, that, and the other, and they cooperated, sorry, and all that. And it wasn't in their period when what happened has happened. It wasn't in their time frame as ownership. But still, trophies under previous ownership, doing what was being proven to have been done, it helped them win what they won in that time frame. For me, inside Gav, you need to. You're going to like this, but basically, you should have been stripped of your titles from that period as well, domestically.
Oh, if my mic was crackling, it might have also been me typing. If it was just in this past little bit here. So Chelsea, we're going to see how that plays out with the two teams that had points deductions last year. What goes on with them? City, it was originally reported 115. It came out like 3 months later that, yeah, it's probably closer to like 133 charges. A portion of them got asked, answered, and resolution, essentially found not guilty. So those were done and dusted. So then we're looking at the rest of them for what, the 4 or 5 seasons they were really looking at this over happening. What I feel like it's going to end up being and coming out as, because it's rumored to be between 40 and 60 point deduction, that they are going to be saying, oh, it's these points deductions are really applied to these seasons, because I mean, if we look at when Everton had their points deduction and when Forest had theirs, all that was being was like, all right, so Forest took it was I don't remember the points deductions, but it was a 5 points deduction for 8 charges or whatever it happened to be. It's like, so if you take that and you take that to the City's 115, then City would be looking at like 100 point deduction, 100 plus point deduction, not a 40 to 60. So I feel like they're going to end up coming out with like, hey, so I know that we came to a decision 14 months ago, 18 months ago, and we're only just coming out now with the points deduction. We're coming out with it now that City are mathematically out of the title. And we're giving them a 60-point deduction, and it's only applicable to these charges that we found them guilty on in this one season. I think that's what it's going to like end up coming out to, is like just 1 or 2 seasons, and not. I think there will be portions of the 115 that they will be found not guilty on, and portions that they will be found guilty on. And when it was announced and it was going off in our group chat about, if it's a 60-point deduction, when do you get it applied? And from the Premier League as a business, the smart business move would be to not have City have points deductions in this 25-26 season, but to start them out in, a 60-point hole in the 26-27 season. While also, or giving them like a 10-point, or I think they would need like, 15-point deduction this season, to make sure that they are not going to be playing in Europe and they are only allowed to be playing in England next season. And then they're in, starting the season in a massive hole. I think from an Arsenal fan perspective, if City get the points deduction now, one, they would be at a single point for this season, and they would have to win their remaining games.
Even though it's not going to save them, but anyway.
Yeah. If City get handed, that 60-point deduction that's rumored, that would put them at 1 point, putting them in 20th. But then all that would be happening from, City fans and even essentially non-Arsenal fans is, well, Arsenal only won the title because City got points deductions.
Yeah.
So if you're going to give City the points deduction, do it on May 2nd, when City are very clearly mathematically out of title contention.
Yeah.
If they do it at any point prior to the title being mathematically, if the title is still mathematically a chance for City to win it, and they give the points deduction while City still have that 2% chance or that 1% chance, then people are just going to say, well, yeah, Arsenal's name may be on that trophy, but it needs to have an asterisk next to it because
Not our
because
fault, by the way, but yeah.
Deduction. Not because. Like, do you get where I'm going with this?
No, I get where you're going, because that would be, again, with social media as well. That would be the way they do it now. Oh,
because
because of this. That's what I've said. I was on like the football turns and all that in the chat yesterday. It's like realistically, I don't want. I'd rather them wait until either end of the season or literally the season's done, basically. Either, as you say, by the title being done, whenever that may be, or when the season's actually done, and the points deduction starts as an effect of next season onwards.
Yeah,
all you're going to get is, well, you've only won it because of this. It's like, well, it'll go completely out the window that the fact that we've been top of the table for match day 7 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
It'll just be, no, you won it because of this. No, it's off. And also, I'd rather them wait till the end of the season fully, because even if, again, whenever we may mathematically win it by, I still want Arsenal to have that, have that distraction of, we win it, we're confirmed champions, and then within 24 hours, 48 hours, the then punishment drops, so to speak. Then if all the attention's gone from Arsenal ending 22 years of pain, and it's all focused on City.
Yeah,
I'd rather literally let us be confirmed champions. Let Arsenal lift the title first, the second to last game of the season, or at Selhurst Park, whenever that may, whatever one it happens to be. Then do your announcement of this, whatever this punishment may be.
Spencer, I think it's concussion protocol more than anything.
Yeah, just to make sure.
He got his head taken off essentially, and then was able to walk off the pitch. He went back on, and then like 30 seconds later, he sat himself down. I think his head got hit just a little too much. All right, so if you think about it, and you think about the seasons in which City were breaking the rules, and depending on how deliberation happened and charges get filed, that trophy and the history of the trophy is going to have little asterisks next to it saying, well, yeah, Man City won it, but they won it by cheating. Yeah. And really, it's going to, I think it's like 2 to United and 2 to Liverpool and 1 to Chelsea. I am not entirely sure. You can look up the seasons that they're accused of and figure out who finished second. And it's essentially boiling down to Arsenal, the 2 seasons ago, 2 and 3 seasons ago, when Arsenal finished, those are not part of this date range where they were breaking the rules.
But then
But in my mind, my mind is thinking you were able to sign players like Erling Haaland, because he wanted to go to the Premier League champions, or know that there was recent history of Premier League champions. So being able to bring in new players, top players like that, it is hindering, or it did hinder, high and wide shot there from Uruguay. But the way that from a business standpoint, I don't think the Premier League would be able to sustain itself properly if City got relegated. And I think like their best way to be able to try and ratify that is make sure that City do not get European football. Like give them a 15-point deduction this season, which would put them out of the European spots. That way they are guaranteed no money from UEFA and competing in UEFA competitions, and all of the commercial revenue that goes along with that. And then, okay, so 60 points. We took off 15 to 20 this season, so you're going to start in a 40 to 45 point hole that you have to claw yourself out of for next season.
And for me, I was just fine because fines that stuff and risk to them. I'd transfer ban them for 2 to 3 years. They can't bring in no one at all. They've got to use their academy size, worst case scenario. And they can't even bring anyone into the academy either.
It hasn't made I'm answering Gab's question here. It hasn't made me nervous. I am not nervous for the rest of the season. I think one of the biggest things about that final is that I don't think we played our best starting 11. I think some of the calls that Arteta made and the halftime talk that didn't seem to be existent, I think Arteta could have managed that differently. And like I think David Raya needed to be starting that game.
Yeah.
Someone did put out a stat. They were like, this is now 6 times that Kepa has been in goal at Wembley for a final, and he is now 0 for 6. So, we may have the best defense in Europe, but things like that, you want to break that curse, that record, but I don't know, getting to the FA Cup final, as long as that happens, it needs to be the 11 best that start.
Yeah.
Not just, he's the cup keeper.
He got us. He got us this far, guys.
BX is saying that Rafinha is out for a month now.
Oh, interesting. Half time was gone. Nothing to see about there.
Boring first half, folks. Oh, damn. All right, so we've got 1-1, Netherlands versus Norway. 2-2 at halftime, Switzerland versus Germany. Florian Wirtz has 2 assists. Havertz does not have. He has 2 shots on target, 1 off target. So he's trying. Kai's trying.
Oh, don't you stop, BX. Come on. Let's see the season up first before we go down that route again.
Let's see. All right, so we've got Mosquera, Zubamendi, and technically Raya on the Spanish bench. That could be coming on in the second half. They still have 5 minutes plus stoppage.
The thing is, part of the reason why we played like we did on Sunday, because we had Kepa in goal, who's not comfortable playing out from the back, and as we saw, he stood there fucking forever. Seemed like most of the time we did it at 0-0, with the ball. Not where do I go? What do I do? Whereas Ray is more comfortable on the ball, and he'll just push the ball and the team up the pitch.
Yeah, someone had done a video on the thing. One, you had Ben White out wide calling for the ball when Kepa was just trying to figure out where to kick the ball. But what City ended up doing, which I found very fascinating, is that City occupied the midfield space, and where like City knew that all that Kepa wanted to do was just boot the ball upfield. He wanted to get it as far away from his goal as possible, rather than doing the short passes. And so City really ended up having like a back seven or a back eight, and they City had dominated the gaps, and like Pep, it wasn't that way at the beginning of the game. Pep noticed it, shouted something out on the field that said, "Get this fixed," and they did.
Oh yeah. BX says, I haven't had a proper event out about the final, but it's on the back burner until this is a question to you, BX, and not just to dig at you either, just to be clear. Obviously, we were all pissed. You saw us. You saw my reaction. You saw everyone else's reaction at full time on the day itself. If coming into the season, we're sitting as at the very least, at the bare minimum, as Premier League champions. Is us losing last Sunday really going to bother you that much? Being that we've still gone on, kicked on, and finished the job in the league. I think, as I said, I was speaking to someone earlier out on the dog walk, and they're saying, out of the 4 trophies, yeah, it would be nice to create the history, have that bit of unique history to the club, doing the quad from the men's point of view. It is if he was going to lose one of the 4, with all due respect, it is the lesser of the 4. Yeah, but the difference is he was brought in to be the number 1 before Donnarumma was made available by PSG. Trafford was brought in to be the number 1. The Pep always.
Can you imagine? Honestly, if you think about it, if City were stuck with Trafford for the entirety of the season, would City be sitting where they are at right now?
Going by how he started, no, but I think the reason why he started.
I don't. It's not that I think that Trafford is a bad keeper, but to go from Burnley, which mind you, they went on an absolute tear of no goals conceded in the championship. But for me, that just seemed like Pep was trying to get youngsters back in after Ederson left. And then Donnarumma was like, "Yeah, I'm not going to sign a new contract for PSG," and he jumped on it. Like, I've already signed Trafford. I might as well try and get another keeper in here. And why not make it the keeper that just won the Champions League? So for me personally, I don't think that Trafford in goal for the entirety of the Premier League season would still have City sitting where they are at in the table, because it's not so much on his goal on Trafford's goalkeeping ability compared to Donnarumma's, but City have lost like their entire back line at one point or another. They had maybe 2 fully fit defenders, and Donnarumma knows how to step up in those situations, and how to, I guess, better control the back line, just having that much more experience, that much more high-level Champions League experience, not the high-level championship experience. So I don't think that I think the league would have already been won at this point, if I'm being honest. I don't think City would be sitting at a mathematical chance of winning the Premier League. Mind you, that's at like 3% right now, according to Opta, as of this international break. I think one win at this point.
Yeah.
But again, those are views of one Catherine, not the views of everyone else. But it's I think going through some of these keeper changes can always change things up a little bit. But I mean, from the prize money standpoint, I'm not upset about the Carabao Cup being the one that we didn't win, because that's what, like a 1.5 million pound prize pot or something. I mean, it's a small compared to winning the Premier League or the FA Cup or the Champions League. It's a drop in the bucket. Yeah, Spencer's saying City did a 4-2-4. We never found a way to break through it. I think at a lot of times it ended up being more like a 6-0-4, because like Rodri and Silva were just dropping back that much deeper, instead of pushing forward. Hi Kermit. Sorry, high middle finger of Kermit.
God, you're being cheeky. You're in the same group chat as him and Alex. You've seen him in there a few times this week. You're being cheeky now.
He's shown up a couple of times.
Yeah.
Rest in recovery. It's not a bad thing. I mean, he has even started out some of the Thursday night shows saying that he was needing a break, and the cup final just tipped it over the edge. I honestly think that no matter what the result was, whether I don't like saying it, but like commiserating your sorrows or celebrating the win. Going into an international break, it's the best time to say pause.
Yeah. Then you added other things, this, that, and the other that we know about. It's just a perfect time to take two and a half to 3 weeks away, get your head in the right headspace for what's going to be. It will be. No matter what people think, not just the league, Champions League, and all that. The FA Cup was still in it. It is going to be a very mentally demanding 2.5 months basically before the end of the season, basically. So you need to get your set reset, reboot.
Oh, someone has said that with the City game getting moved to Monday night on May 2nd, or I think hold on. With the City game, with Arsenal playing on May 2nd and City playing on May 4th, they were kind of trying to phrase it in the manner of, well, if Arsenal beat Fulham on the 2nd, then they have to wait until City play on the 4th to essentially say, yeah, you've won it. Which, for me, like, that should be a game where the games are being played like back to back or at the same time, not 2 days later. But either way, when Arsenal play against West Ham, that game could be the decider. Imagine winning it away at West Ham.
Oh, bloody imagine it. Looking empty in that place again, second.
Or make us all stress out and win it at home against Burnley. Which would you rather? Beat Fulham and have to wait until City play 2 days later and wait for the City result to happen. Win at West Ham or win at Burnley. I will throw this out there. I think depending on City's next 2 Premier League games, if they don't win either of those or both of them, I think it's then just on like a 2 wins from Arsenal. Like if City lose or draw, so say they take two of the 6 points out of the next 2 games, I think it's an Arsenal win and a draw away. I don't have my different permutations out there, so I couldn't tell you what all is needed, but it is what it is, folks.
I want to win it as early as possible, just to get it out of the way, just to be done with it. So they're not stressing about that, and they can focus on the other 2 competitions respectively. Go
Yeah.
wake up.
Seriously, yeah? You think that could happen?
Have you seen your Chelsea team this season? You couldn't even beat a below par Barcelona this season at the Bridge. Yet you think you're going to beat a high-flying, full confidence Arsenal at the Bridge by 4 goals. Okay. Even Catherine's insulted by that now. She's like, I'm out. Nah.
I'm kind of hungry, but I wouldn't say insulted. I would just say very shocked that you're that optimistic.
Honestly, Gav, which team gives you more hope in terms of results and performances game to game from this season's point of view? Your men's team or your women's team? This Warburton's ready to come on. Say Warburton. Adam Wharton side of Mr. Post midfielder. Yeah. And go in terms of the Southampton comment. I hope Port Vale knock you out then at the Bridge. The under 8s. I've got the youth team basically. Serious question. Talk about FA Cups and all that. If Port Vale come to the Bridge, I think it's at the Bridge, isn't it? If you lose to if you lose to Port Vale in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup, where do you stand on your ownership and the head coach going forward? When the ownership's going nowhere for another 6-7 years because of the contract they had to sign when they bought the club.
Did you see the TikTok that Laura had shared?
No.
About some guy being a Rafinha impersonator and interviews.
Oh, I've seen it, not from her. I've seen it from yeah, come across it, yeah.
This guy has said, I like to call Reece James a mentor because he's a man and he tore his hamstring.
Yeah, I saw it. I've seen that video. Yeah.
And then followed that up with a different thing, different person. Just did so, calling a certain person a therapist.
Oh yeah. I know. Yeah. Yeah. Read between the lines. I'd read between the lines. That's what I'm saying on that one.
Yeah. So it was a funny little clip, but that's what I was gonna look up. I'm gonna look up. I would like some goals.
Blackbird's coming up the armband.
I don't know about you, but I would like some goals.
I would do, but looks like make some subs here because
Harry Maguire.
Maguire's got the armband for the second half.
Yeah.
But Anderson's gone off.
Who has come on?
I'll figure that out.
Take your guess. Adam Morton or Cole Palmer?
Adam Morton was warming up a minute ago on the screen. doing one-on-one warm-ups with a coach.
All right, let's see. All right, do you think that if Wolves beat West Ham on April 10th, that if Wolves beat West Ham, that West Ham is going down and not Spurs?
I think I can't see.
Because for me, that is a must win for West Ham, or at a minimum get a point.
I can't see where Tottenham are getting a win at the moment either. That's the thing themselves.
All right, let's see. Give me the predicted. All right, so according to Opta, I will preface this. According to Opta, it is Adam
Yeah,
Morton coming on. City are at a 2.5% chance. Throwing that out there. Opta has Chelsea finishing 6th with a 9% chance of making Champions League football. So that's your plus. It is 2 points behind Liverpool is how Opta has Chelsea finishing. I'll tell you that, Gav. They have Arsenal, City, United, Villa, Liverpool, Chelsea, Brentford finishing 2.3 points behind Chelsea, but 0.4 points or 4/10 of a point ahead of Everton. So they're calling that a close game there. So Opta has Spurs at a 26.5% chance of being relegated, finishing with 38.48 points, and West Ham finishing with 36.9. So you round those to the nearest whole number. Spurs finishing at 38 points, West Ham finishing at 37. So with Opta essentially saying it's still going to remain a 1 point between Spurs and West Ham, do you think that the West Ham Wolves game, with West Ham being at home, is a must win for West Ham?
With West Ham being at home, is at Wolves. If it's at West Ham, then they have to win it. Yeah.
All right. Some footballwebpages.co.uk is another predictor table. This one has Opta has Arsenal finishing with 84.6 points, so 85 points. This other website has Arsenal finishing with 88 points. City finishing with 79, United with 68. Chelsea still in 6th by 1 point ahead of Everton, 1 point behind Liverpool. So that's a tight race. Everton ahead of Brentford on goal difference. They have Spurs and West Ham at a 1 point difference of 34 and 33. Opta has them at 38 and 37. So there's other predictors seeing more losses in both of their futures. So just throwing some stats out there. I'm not sure what that other website's data source is, but that is what I can tell you about two different websites. Opta is a little bit more well known in how they pull things in. Gav has a question for you, and I don't know if he means good fit for us as in Chelsea or good fit for us as in Arsenal.
Hi, Gary, by the way. I think you'd. It's a weird one because De Zerbi, he'll get you playing a decent-ish brand of football, but it'll end in tears in the end because he's very much like Maresca in terms of he's very outspoken, so we say, and as ownership have proven with Enzo, they don't like outspoken people. They want people to be yes sir, no sir, feedback's all sir, and they showed it with Potter as well. They want that. They want a. I'm so grateful. Hence why you've got Rosenior this time round and Potter, the first time when they first came in after the second Tuchel. They want the ones that'll be so grateful for the opportunity and will never speak out against them in particular publicly, and will always bend the knee to their will, basically. What's a dessert, a burger of Zerbi, or even Glasgow Palace. None of them will take that big place. If you was under the ownership of Roman, or of that ilk, in terms of mentality, of what they want, in terms of what that sort of owner would want, yeah, these managers would do, and they would get the right backing they need. Whereas they're not going to get that with this ownership want young prospects FC. Chelsea are literally doing, Gav, what Arsenal did when we first moved to the Emirates for the first decade or so. Prospect FC. The difference is we had to do it because of we had our hands tied financially because of the stadium boo. Bill Foden's down, that ain't good. I mean, being non-existent, I think he's not good. He's been non-existent in the game, so I'm saying that. It could actually be beneficial if he has got a knock. How long he's out for, potentially. Could benefit us in the restart of the Premier League in a couple of weeks' time at the Bridge, Gav. But yeah, you're just
Just another game.
as I say, difference was when we went Prospect FC, Project Youth FC after we moved to the Emirates, because our hands were tied financially because of the move to the Emirates. You ain't got that excuse. You've just got owners that have gone after once of doing the tried and trusted of this is what they're used to, this is what we're going to do in terms of the Experience FC, because it backfired the way it did in that season in terms of how you performed and finished in the league. They've gone down this route with no, we want young up and coming prospects that we can either send them for a profit, most of them anyway, and just see what happens in the meantime in between it all.
There's Phil Foden looking like a baby walking off the pitch. Sorry, it's that he has such a baby face.
Mm.
To me, he still looks like he's like 16 or 18. I think Phil Foden could do with some facial hair, make him look a little bit older.
That's the thing, Gav. You're asking for these sort of managers, the Derbies, your Gabbies, your Nagelsmans, Glasners, and all that, or Unayemis of this world, so to speak. They will come into a club like Chelsea, the money that these owners have. They'll want money spent, not just spent for willy-nilly on Project Youth. They'd want proven players as well. And if they don't, you're going to have to see. If they don't, if they promise the world, but when they get in, and then the owners backtrack. These are the sort of managers that will then speak out against the ownership publicly, like Enzo did, and you're back to square one. Like I say, there's a reason why after Enzo and how that whole saga ended early on in the year, back early on in the year, why they brought him a senior in because he will bend the knee.
He's a yes man. That's what Rosina is. He's a yes man.
That's what they got. They got that from Potter, but because the season was going so bad, they had to sack him. The managers have had since then, in terms of Poch, initially sort of a yes man, but at the same time had an expectation of what this is what we need, and I don't want to sell this player or that player, but we can sell that one. They didn't. They said that they thought the opposite. It was their way or no way. He didn't bend the knee, so he was gone. Enzo hasn't bent the knee. He's gone. They want yes men. They want people.
Do you think Glasner's going to go there in the off season? Where do you think he's going to go?
If he stays in the Premier League, if he stays in the Premier League, it'll be to a club like Man United, or if that team down the road stays up in terms of the team in white, they stay up, maybe them. other than that, I think, yeah, other than that, he'll probably wait out for another job somewhere else, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, because it seems like with Mo Salah leaving a year before his contract is up, Slot is staying in, which means there's no job opening there.
Hmm.
Everton kind of have a good thing going for them right now. Brentford, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
He's already said he's not signing a new contract with Palace, so
yeah.
could go Brentford, could go Toilet Bowl. I mean,
I think they go to toilet bowl if they stay up. And that's the thing. That's the thing with them, though. If they were to go, who do they get? Who do they get in? Because their expectations will have to drop massively for a complete rebuild, basically. What swapped the Cronkies from Glazer ownership stuff? The Cronkies, again, as bad as Cronkies were, they were never of the Glazers ilk in terms of putting debt around the club's name, and making more and more debt. But in terms of the American ethos of, again, the famously Stan Kroenke's famously saying, "I didn't buy the club to win trophies," and things like that. The turning point, believe it or not, Gav, was the fallout from the Super League, the European Super League, back in the lockdown. The fallout in terms of the protest before we played Everton in lockdown, on the fallout of Super League, and the fans were basically saying, "Fuck off, basically, get out, don't want you. You've disgraced us, basically." And the
Palmer
numbers,
on for Foden, and
yeah,
Calvert-Lewin is also coming on. I'm going to guess for Solanke.
I'd assume so. Yeah, something could be non-existent as well. So I think that was a turning point from that moment, and they realised the fans were serious, and the fact that the majority of the fan base of jumped on board with the idea of Daniel Ek teaming up with Dennis Bergkamp and Henri to buy the club from them, scared the life out of them to change their ways, change their mindset, and move and go the way they've gone. Well, Brentford, no, we're not saying we're just throwing out teams that he would potentially go to in the future. He was to be in a state, either go elsewhere but come back to Premier League one day. Because yeah, Keith Andrews got a new contract at Brentford recently, but things could change. Start of next season could be second season syndrome at Brentford, and he could struggle. And then they've got someone like a Glasner in the background who's got the experience of the league now, who could come in and do a job. It's just with spitballing.
We can breathe a sigh of relief. Kai Havertz has come off the pitch. He came off the pitch in the 63rd minute.
Yeah,
Germany is up 3-2 over Switzerland. He did not have any goal involvements. He had a total of 3 shots, 2 on target, 1 off. So kind of easing it back in there. Our Spaniards are still on the bench at 53 minutes in.
okay.
And Hincapié has started and is 45 minutes into Morocco versus Ecuador.
Yeah.
This game has seen a total of 9 shots with 2 on target. England has 6 of them, and has the 2 shots on target. Also 5 corners. That sums up the game.
It hasn't felt like it, to be honest.
Yeah.
What about Brighton? I think Brighton would be perfect for Glasner, actually. I think you do really well there, but again, it's just I think he has no loyalty to Palace, so I don't think that'll play a part in it. I think it's just more so down to Tony Bloom getting his personal stuff in order, privately and publicly, and actually continuing to do the right thing by the club in terms of the sort of policy they've been doing basically with players and backing him if they were to bring him in. The players to suit his system.
So, Bournemouth, not Brighton. Too many B's. I think it could also very well depend on where some of these teams finish in the league table. Premier League. So where are we sitting right now? So where Palace is down in 14th. However, I mean, you're looking at potential Europe for Brentford, potential Europe for Everton. Fulham could even make a charge. I think if Brentford or Fulham can get a European spot, my biggest question would be: do you want the manager that was able to get your squad to finish high enough in the Premier League to get a European spot, or would you take Glasner, who has European pedigree at that point, I guess, with the Conference League, at least some European like, because you're not just talking about, all right, you've got the 38 games plus guaranteed 2 more for the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. I mean, no matter what, you're looking at a guaranteed 40 games a season. No matter which Premier League team you are, it's guaranteed 40 games. If you have a team that is then playing in Europe, that's now moved up to 48 games, I think, for the Conference League is 8 games for the league phase. So you could be looking at a team that at most, say, plays 44 to 45 games a season to now a minimum of 48 games. Would you want a manager that hasn't managed 50 games a season, or one that's managed that before, trying to get in the right players and everything?
No, exactly. You want the experience. You want the manager has the know-how and use to get the best out of each squad in that situation. Yeah.
He's got an interesting question for you, and he asked it to you specifically.
If I take a left to my, would you take Glasner? And if not, this is the thing. I don't know who, to be honest. Because Arsenal have always historically, even
I mean, there is a name that's out there that's unemployed. Xabi Alonso.
Yeah, true.
There is a big name that is out there that is unemployed that has that Spanish flair.
Has that point to prove as well now.
Yeah, and the point to prove to Real Madrid that
they're idiots.
Which from what it has really sounded like, it's been more on the player mentality than the manager, and that the manager has wanted the players to actually take their job seriously and not just, I guess, party hard. I just saw a paper airplane.
Yeah, that's the usual thing Wembley for the last how many years?
Someone had tweeted out after like 30 minutes in, and they were like, "Yeah, you got fans in the homestand that are making their paper airplanes and trying to make them down to the field, and if they do, then they cheer." That actually sums this game up perfectly.
Yeah.
I would have thought that there would have been at least one goal in this game. I mean, I know there's still 27 minutes left, 26, but at 60 minutes, I guarantee you that if Declan Rice or Saka or Kane were on that pitch, there would have been a goal. Liverpool job is not available. That is, and plus you said if Arteta left tomorrow, that is a current vacant spot. Then that there is a top tier manager that
David
could take over.
Wants to confirm this week that the Liverpool ownership are standing by slot for next season. They're giving him another season, so
and that's why Mo Salah has left.
So basically,
he's leaving at the end of the season.
So basically, Gav, on that basis, if you're Xabi Alonso, in what's useless, and obviously a team that obviously you played for and all that in terms of Liverpool is having a season that they have, and then the owners are still going, no, credit in the bank. You won a league title. It's a transition. We're going to give you another season. We know there's a next pay they really, really want to take over, but we're going to stick by it. What would you, as Xabi Alonso, want us watching now? Basically, paint on wall, watch it dry. Basically, hoping that Liverpool then sack him next season for you to come in, or would you just, if a job came available, a big job, would you not rather take that instead? Because of anything, look,
a free kick.
I know it's different between Madrid and Liverpool again, but the two clubs he played for, for someone that he's played for Madrid, he knows the whole situation there going into it, and it still backfired because obviously player power and all that. Is he really going to want to go into another club that he loves in Liverpool and have, when things go a bit rough and tumble sometimes and performances and results, have the fans that he has adored him as a player turn on him as well?
I mean, let's think about it. Who has the most volatile and worst fans out there? Liverpool or Arsenal? Like honestly, like from take out the fact that you are an Arsenal fan. Which fan base do you see either complaining the most about anything and everything, or being completely disrespectful?
Oh, Liverpool all day long. I mean, even this week with the Mo Salah news, is it one good thing that comes out of it? Everyone will be watching Mo Salah's farewell over Arsenal lifting the title, I think, or every time they've not been had a chance to this season, they've fallen further beyond the title race and obviously out of it. Go on, City, you can do it. Or literally when Slot arrived, I'm Slot out. Oh, amazing, he's amazing. Given a lifetime contract this season. Oh, he's a disgrace. He's football. No one likes him. And the way they turned on one of their own, and it's still to this day. You mentioned Trent in Liverpool fans. It's no legend of mine. He's literally one of your own in terms of came from the academy, won every trophy physically possible with the club. League Cup, FA Cup, League, twice, by the way. One more in Steven Gerrard, two more in Gerrard, sorry. Champions League title, World Club Cup under its old setup. The Super Cup side, the Super Cup as well, UEFA Super Cup. Literally, and just you got bored and wanted a new experience. You're like, oh, this is going to battle for you fans up and down the country. Benny White's coming on.
Oh, Benny Blanco's coming on.
Benny Blanco.
We've got four subs coming on for England. Galactic Army has asked what Uruguay's last results are. This goes to show that England should be doing better. Their last game, November 18th, was against USA. USA absolutely battered them 5-1.
Oh, behave.
They drew against Mexico 0-0. That was November 15th. October 13th, they beat Uzbekistan 2-1. They beat Dominican Republic on October 10th, 1-0, and they drew to Chile in the World Cup qualifications for CONMEBOL 0-0. Just before that, they beat Peru 3-0, and then they won 3. The CONMEBOL has so many World Cup qualifiers. Oh my God, they've been qualifying since September of 24.
Okay,
Because I think it's kind of like a league table type situation. Yeah, 5-1 against. I mean, maybe it's just that I'm biased that the women are better than the men and have the stars to back it up. But let's see. All right, so Valverde did not play in that game. Araujo did. Ugarte did. Who's the goalkeeper today?
Oh, for them, I
know I'm asking you questions that you don't know the answers to. Oh, Switzerland equalized against Germany 3-3.
This is a good. At least someone's getting a good game somewhere.
And Uruguay has a different keeper in from their last game as well.
I think he's the goalkeeper. I can't be wrong. I think he's
the goalkeeper. How do you miss?
Goalkeeper for
Galatasaray, and he shoots it wide. He was completely unmarked. All right, insights. According to Football, England have not lost in the last 6 matches. England have won their last 6 matches.
Yeah.
And this is purely a friendly, though, folks.
Oh yeah, no, nothing at risk on this one. But yeah, Gav, our fan base ain't perfect. Don't get me wrong, but especially
all right, so are Arsenal fans disrespectful to their own players and managers, or are they disrespectful to the entire population of the world that is not within their city limits? Because that's what it seems like Liverpool is. That unless you were born and raised in Liverpool, you won't be respected by them. But that's just how I see it, and maybe I just see the nasty part of their fan base.
Also, Gav, remember this when it comes to FA Cup final, League Cup final, the Community Shield, their fans, without fail, will boo the national anthem. But want to be champions of England, but don't want to be English. They're Scouse, not English, and all that. That goes back politically decades ago and all that. I get that, but even to this day, it's just there's the only fan base I know of that in England that does that on a regular basis.
All right, question: do I go double clock?
Oh, okay.
Or do I split the clocks up like that? I can't put it on the other side of the wall there. Do I stack them or do I find a different spot?
Chat, want to get involved in this? Give your 2 pence into this as well.
Double stack, or one here and one elsewhere.
Oh, here we go. More updates from Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods has been arrested and charged with driving under the influence. What a surprise.
Oh, shock.
Wait. What?
What was he on? Or was it just alcohol?
This is driving under the influence from my end. Have a look. Have up.
You will find me shocked.
Fuck, it's the first time it's ever happened with Tiger Woods. Never would have thought it would a person. He's such a down-to-earth guy. no controversy in his career whatsoever. 15 years. Yeah.
Oh, Barwick was saying that that's a red in the Prem 23 minutes ago for whatever foul happened there.
I don't know.
And somehow we've got the worst ref in Germany for this game.
Oh, probably the Foden tackle. Probably talking about.
Hmm.
There we go. Let's have a look. Okay.
Someone said
There we
Noni
go.
with what looked like a bad knee injury early in the England game is a joke.
Oh,
I thought it was a head
it was
injury, not
on
a
his
knee
head, and
injury.
he was walking around. He was walking. He walked.
Yeah, someone was like, "Knee, brother, what game are you watching?" He got smashed in the jaw, and it looks like the physios forced him to come
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, so here you go. Tiger Woods
He
charged.
was trying for his knee.
Sorry, Tiger Woods charged with driving under the influence, property damage, and refusal. Sorry, is to submit a lawful test after being involved in a rollover crash after 5 years on after the last time he had a fatal car crash under the influence.
Beatenthebookie.com tweeted out, beaten the bookie is their Twitter handle. Said it's alcohol. Hopefully he's got a prescription for it, but he is being booked.
Well, the fact that he's refused, going by what I just said there, he refused to do a test, says that probably isn't legit.
Interesting. The city of brotherly love, also known as Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The governor just signed a bipartisan bill giving bars the option to stay open until 4 a.m. as we celebrate the FIFA and America 250 right here in Philadelphia. So not only are we getting America's 250th birthday happening this summer, we are also getting the World Cup, in which Philadelphia is one of the host cities. But this way, for any of the fans that want to party hard past 2 a.m., they can do that for an extra 2 hours. But that will only be in the one city.
What could go wrong there then? Someone just tweeted out boring 0-0 and in brackets, luckily I'm not watching. Lucky you. Yeah.
I'm trying to find other interesting stuff, but there's to go with this game because this is Germany up 4-3. Jeez.
There you go.
Florian Wirtz with a brace. Oh, he's actually had a pretty good game. I would be saying that for anyone that has a brace of goals plus a brace of assists. I'd say that he's doing a pretty good job today. Spain are up 3-0. They just got their third goal. Who are we looking for? Still no Mosquera and still no Zubamendi. Not upset about that though. Not upset about Zubamendi getting a fucking break. Ecuador is up 1-0 over Morocco. The reigning AFCON winners.
Kind of, if maybe asterisks are on that side that we don't know what's going on there. Senegal still insistent on pervading as champions of Africa.
Maybe not. Betting app says goal to Ecuador. Hasn't hit foot mob yet. There it goes. There's their 1-0 there. I'm curious to see who scored that. Still 0-0 in this game. It's a bore fest. Just a goal. Just a single goal, England. Like,
Yeah.
you have the stats of on-target shots. You've got 3 of them. Can you try and get one of them in the back of the net?
Ooh, this is why for me, especially at that World Cup years or Euro year, if your country's already qualified, like England's already qualified for the said tournament in that particular year, there should be no international football for them in terms of it'd be international break, okay, but they just stay at their clubs, respective clubs, and just train basically. Because this is ridiculous.
England are on the attack. They have a corner.
Oh, he's up there, Gav. Trust me, he's up there.
I'm gonna see if that can I multi-screen this?
Whenever I cover an England game, Gav, be it for qualifiers for Euros or World Cups or these fucking friendlies or Nations League, the games are always crap. Let's say. But again, I did say at the start of the night, look, he's experimented tonight. He's not worked so far.
No, the Arsenal games are boring for you because Arsenal tend to score.
Gav,
At least there are goals in those games. There tend to be they scored. Oh my god! Finally, Ben White! Ben White!
Benny White, right in England.
I just needed a goal from you, England. Thank you.
Benny White. Benny White. Benny
there you go, Gav. Go into the Twitter chat.
I'm on my way now. I wonder how many England fans will be watching going, of all the bastards, it had to be him. I was waiting for it to get itself.
All right, Cole Palmer swings it in. Calvert-Lewin completely misses it, trying to Superman it, which it would have gone wide. It then would have hit the post.
Going in.
But then Benny Blanco was there and just says, "I'll put foot here to deflect in."
I mean, it was going in anyway, but he said, "No."
I think it would have hit the post. I think it would have gone right back out.
Either way, he's got no.
Oh, Pete is saying VAR check for what? For what?
For what? Yeah, literally.
A foul in the build-up. It's probably going to be on Adam Wharton for body checking the Uruguay player as Calvert-Lewin was dropping him. All he did was put his body in the way.
It's a coming together, basically. He's gone, oh, fuck, he's touched me.
And I think it stands. VAR goal says betting app. Says goal.
Benny White. Benny White. The fact it's going to, Peter's confirmed in the Twitter chat. The fact that's going to rattle the entire, every rival out there, pleases me no end. The UK media that have been hating on Ben White all week as well, and ever since the whole fallout with Southgate, is going to rattle them as well. I'm here for it. By the way, did that come from a set piece? By the way,
it did. Yeah, Cole Palmer set piece.
Yeah, Arsenal playing set pieces.
I could make some serious bank if Morocco versus Ecuador gets 2 more goals.
How long left in that game?
Still have the entirety of the second half.
Oh, okay, cool.
Sorry, I need current results to stay as is, plus 2 more goals from them. Germany, how much time do you have left?
We're about to finish with its. If it does this game.
Yeah, they're in. Stoppage time is about to finish. Zubamendi came on in the 77th minute, which was like a minute or two ago, for Rodri.
Oh, okay.
Another corner for England or a goal kick? I think that's full time for Germany.
Oops, someone's off.
Another corner for England. We're gonna get another Cole Palmer assist to Ben White.
Imagine, oh my god.
Jimenez is just trying to like completely bear hug Calvert-Lewin. Jesus.
That's what he's trying to do in the first goal. A minute
Yeah.
ago. He just ran into Adam in the process and went, oh fuck, he fell. Look, he fell.
Yeah, goal kick to England there. Yep, Germany won 4-3. Egypt won earlier 4-0.
Bloody hell. Yeah, couldn't turn that sort of form on in the AFCON though.
I'm looking for Twitter head loss.
Just look for Chelsea fans, Chelsea and Liverpool fans, and go from there basically.
I mean, most of my feed is really just Arsenal.
Yeah.
So I can't complain there. And I also get
Nothing.
Chelsea women's stuff, but it's always like shit that I already know of, and like
yeah. Type into the search engine Ben White and then go from there, like latest. Let's see about what my end.
And I somehow get political shit that I don't want to see in my Twitter feed. I don't follow anyone, and I somehow, I guess, when you create a Twitter account, it like automatically makes you follow Elon Musk or get all of his tweets and shit, even though you aren't following him. So I like immediately blocked that. I don't need, because like a lot of it for me is just like garbage in the sense of like SpaceX promotion and things like that. I'm like, I don't need that. Someone says that Noni Midwake injury is concussion and precaution. Not a fucking knee injury. Jesus Christ, how many subs are we going for?
It's friendly, they do this a lot. It does me editing. There's another reason I can't stand it.
Oh, AFTV was the one that tweeted out that Noni had come off with what looked like a problem with his left knee. It's only the second day of the international break, and we've already lost our most direct attacker. Another meaningless friendly. And once again, clubs are left paying the price. I wonder how you can get a concussion from a knee. Is that how concussions work? Like if your knee gets hit, is that how you get a concussion if you hit your knee?
Maybe. That'd be first be news to me.
Mind you, they posted this 56 minutes ago, but yeah, and then everyone in the comments is just talking about they're essentially believing them, and then you have a few people left knee. The physios were literally treating him for a head injury. It might have looked like it was his left knee because in the pictures his right knee was bent and up, and his left knee was straight. If your knee hits your head, then yes, okay. But like if your knee gets hit like with the ball, is that or with someone else's elbows, is that how you get a concussion? Because like I think they need an anatomy lesson. Let's see, Ben White. I'm going to go to latest. Arsenal to the world. Ben White lives for these moments. It's all about the Benjamins. I'm so happy for him. Had to be Ben White. Was class under Bielsa? Ilsa? I don't know. Some things just write themselves. Ben White, the script. You were wrong again. Ben White being booed by England fans who then celebrate the goal he scored and then booed him again when the stadium announcer said it was his goal is the most ironic thing ever. Because someone said, tracing this back to its origins of the tweet, Ben White being booed by England fans might Ben White being booed by England fans might be the most ironic thing ever. To then quote their tweet saying, I was wrong. Ben White being booed by England fans and then those same fans celebrating his goal is the most ironic thing ever. Then this person comes back and says, no, it is him being booed, celebrated, and then booed again when the announcer says his name.
Fucking hell. Oh my God. Absolute morons, this lot. Fucking knuckle-drugging idiots. Oh, the media said he didn't want to play for England, so we believed the media because they would never lie to us. Mr. Southgate would never lie to us, would he now?
Remarkable scenes here. White scores for England, but he is roundly booed as his name is announced as the scorer. Goal survives a VAR check. Happy to see Ben White being booed, but unfortunately, it's England fans doing it. Okay.
That made sense, but anyway. IBX, there you go. Behind the Ben White hate is getting in the stadium from his own.
All right, Uruguay have another player down. I feel like they're calling for a penalty. Hold on. No, Harry Maguire loses his feet and then. Ooh.
He got barged over in the first place.
Nah, he takes out Harry Maguire because he can't stay on his own 2 feet. But then when he goes to try and kick the ball into the back of the net, he gets his ankle studded in the air.
Mm.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, yeah. No. VAR is happening. Apparently, half the stadium cleared out.
Yeah, well, we'll say that it's Friday night, so I don't know.
Because it's done and dusted now.
Friday night in London, so I don't know. 5 minutes injury time, by the way.
They have a penalty. Uruguay have a penalty.
This ref ain't got a fucking clue.
Yeah, penalty. It didn't take him long to decide.
No.
I mean, to be fair, it is one. You would expect it to be called either way by VAR.
Well, come on, James. Show your worth. It could be Nunes will be taking it as well. It's just come on. I mean, it's been given BX, so
it is. I do think it was a penalty though. The ball was not touched by the England player, and the studs went into the ankle.
if it goes in, the media's going to jump on the player that gave it away. Just saying.
Betting app just said no penalty. I think he missed. A yellow card for England. Oh, no, it was scored 1-1. It's like, wait, what? It's 1-1. What a way to round this game up. I mean, We're what into 4 minutes of stoppage. That was a bullet. He went the right way. That was an absolute bullet of a penalty.
Yeah, there's no goalkeeper's getting quick enough to save that.
Mm-mm. I mean,
Yeah.
there's still going to be what 4 or 5 minutes for this, so
Depending on the ref, but yeah, the media are going to jump on it now. 0-0, Ben White.
I don't think it was Ben White that
It was
committed that foul though.
he's number 12.
Oh, he is.
Yeah. So they're going to jump on his back like you won't believe. Oh, this is why they play. He scored. It's a da.
Ben White was going for the ball. He just was like a second and a half too late.
Hmm.
He did get a yellow card, Ben White.
Oh yeah, that's a scoreboard. There we go. I know, but it's literal common sense going out the window nowadays. BX with officiating in football in general.
I think we're gonna end up getting to like 10 minutes of stoppage because foul happened, then player was on the ground rolling around. Then it was like, all right, we're gonna say England goal kick, and then oh wait, nope, hold up, VAR check. Yeah. Uruguay is wanting to get that winner. Ooh, shot blocked. This game has just woken up, folks.
I just realised Bowen's still on the pitch.
That who's still on the pitch?
Jared Bowen. I know he came on from Nottingham, but I've not noticed him at all in this game at all.
Full time 1-1.
There you go. Better friendly and all that, but wasn't the best game. But behind the goals that came at near the end of the game, nothing really to talk about really. Yeah, deep diving.
I think we talked about everything but the game except for those like 2 minutes. That there was excitement going on.
Oh dear. I know.
If England won this game, then I could have been on for turning 26 cents into 102, as well as $1 into 162, and another $32 as well. Just needed England to win.
No, Tuchel ain't at me. He's walking down the tunnel, basically human.
That penalty was their only shot on target.
Feels and sounds about right.
England had 5 shots on target, so could have and should have converted their chances, but
yeah, I think again talk about the experiment and all that. Fair enough. It's friendly, nothing really anything about there, but certain players just didn't want to. Considering it's a chance for players to sort of step up and show that they're worthy of a spot in the going to the World Cup in a couple of months' time, didn't show it. I think they've massive opportunity for them waiting. I think against Japan, I think obviously a more stronger looking England team compared to tonight in terms of what would be more along the lines of what Tommy Tuchel believes is his strongest 11, basically.
I have a feeling that against Japan, it will be a much stronger England team.
Yeah. So it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity lost for the players that really sort of grasped it. Sorry. And again, nowadays it's a pen, but really shouldn't be a pen. But it was given. It's a. I feel bad thinking of the Eddie's moment there, 10 minutes prior with the goal. It's just I'm more upset because I know how the media's going to jump on it now and bash him over the head with it, even though he's nothing he could have done bar try and get the ball. It just happened that he touched the player as the player's coming back, kicked the ball away himself. It is
All
what
right,
it is.
so yeah, so I've just seen this. This is the tackle on Foden.
Not a red card,
So
no.
that was not even like recommended for a VAR check
No.
of any sort. Or I don't think he was carded either. I think had that Ben White studs to ankle happened outside of the box, it would have just said it would have just been play on.
Yeah.
Much like that Foden tackle there, or that tackle on Foden. I think it was very much only reviewed because it was in the box. I mean, kudos to Trafford for diving the correct way, but
yeah,
the speed that was on that, there was no saving that.
this is the thing. I could go back to VAR Arnold. It's the another thing I can't stand it. I don't know why I don't like friendlies. That it does seem that because it's a friendly, that the officiating is more lenient on the pitch and off the pitch, and it's as we've seen tonight. It's I know not as a precaution, and Foden's had to go off as well. But on another day, that's a leg breaker or ankle breaker in terms of what happened to Foden there. Then what? Oh, we've got to send him off because he's done this. No, come on. Because in the World Cup, that challenge will happen at the World Cup, and it will be a competitive game. That will be either red card straight away or VAR check to go to a red card, basically.
Yeah.
Look, it is what it is. Nothing really.
76 days until the World Cup begins.
Woohoo! In Mexico. Mexico. Yeah, Mexico versus is it South Africa? Mexico versus South Africa, isn't it? So
Yeah, I think so.
Opening night, yeah. Oh dear. But on that note, guys, we're going to get ourselves out of here. Again, nothing really to talk about the game wise. It's so pretty much everything in 2 moments with the goals itself. Other than that, nothing really. It had a friendly feel to the game in terms of how the intensity of the game, from our point of view, anyway. The South American physicality was there, as we've discussed just now. I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, it is what it is. It was given, it's friendly, it is what it. It's just I'm more disappointed with the fans that just pissed off for the 15, 20 minutes to go. It's like pissing off. I know it's obviously 8,000 in the stadium or whatever. You know, want to get home and all that, but it's Friday night for God's sake. It's not like a fucking school or whatever in the morning. Most of you live local as well, more likely.
Yeah.
Hey, it is what it is. Obviously, I want to say thanks to Catherine for keeping me company because I think if it going by for how that game's gone tonight,
You would have been bored as hell, sir.
I would lose my bloody mind. Literally losing my mind. But we will be back tomorrow for the North London derby. 5:30 kickoff for UK time, so we'll go live. I think now, half hour before kickoff, as normal, sort of normal time frame to go live. Get all the build up going, team news and all that. Are you around, Catherine, for that? Or are you busy?
I'll be around. I'm
exactly.
gonna make myself unavailable to
I know
everything
it's Saturday,
outside
but
of my apartment.
I know the Saturday when you had plans. I weren't assuming nothing.
No, it's actually pretty great because it's at 1:30, so it's not at 7 o'clock in the morning or anything. So I'll be up and have everything done that I want done.
Yeah,
by
me
that
and
point.
Catherine. You got me and Catherine guaranteed. You're going to have potentially, if she can get signal there, Laura popping at half time at some point, live from the Emirates itself. I say if you can get signal. Good luck
Mhm.
on that one, Laura. I'm trying to think now. Yeah, this week is a bit of a hit and miss one because obviously you got as I say, is men's international break. We've had this game tonight. We will do the game on Tuesday as well against Japan. More for me, but hey, it is what it is. Let's go again, killing some time on Tuesday.
Wednesday's Chelsea trying to overturn a 2-goal deficit
Yeah, and then we're in
against
second leg.
Arsenal.
Monday, you got the women's George's show on Monday, previewing the Northland Derby and reviewing the Northland Derby, previewing the second leg. Say then Tuesday England Japan, Wednesday Arsenal away at Chelsea in the second leg at the Bridge in the Women's Champions League. Arsenal currently 3-1 up in that. Good luck, Gav. I know you're still watching. Thursday, I don't know yet what's going on there. Any content was it? You know, near the time, and then Friday again it'll be probably either Thursday or Friday. Be again the reaction George's women's show, reacting in the aftermath of the second leg and previewing the game coming up next weekend as well. And FA Cup weekend next weekend as well. So yeah, for the men. So yeah, full steam ahead. Plenty of content coming your way from us. So yeah, if you haven't already, please subscribe, hit the like button, share the content if you can as well. If you've got any hype stuff this week, use them please when YouTube allow you to once we get out of here. As they give you the go ahead to do so, please do that. That'd be fantastic. If you could share a link to the channel and the stream as well, that'd be fantastic. Again, help promote the channel in any which way you can. Be greatly appreciated by us all here. And I say, we'll see you tomorrow now, 5 o'clock, half hour before the North London Derby at the Emirates. And collect another 3 points and build more confidence going into what was going to be a very hectic end to this season for the girls. Until then, though, take care of yourselves. And as always, up the Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners.